Hey everyone, it's Lunar, and today I want to go over some cool tips and techniques and new stuff for Echo that you can use to help improve your game and be ready for when Echo goes on live servers and hits competitive. So the first thing that you should know with Echo is how to do a Echo launch, as I like to call it. It's just like an animation cancel, but it keeps your momentum for a little bit when you use her shift ability, which is her fly. And so to do this, all you need to do is hit space or jump, and then as soon as you've left the ground, you hit your shift key, and then hold the direction that you want to go in. And then once you've used your shift ability, as soon as it's activated, press shift again, and it will deactivate. And keep holding space, and you'll glide, and you'll keep the momentum. And this is really good for engaging, but it's actually insane at disengaging. So if you can see here, I'm doing it backwards, and if you do this like correctly, you can get an insane burst of speed back out of a fight, and then you can glide to safety. It's really good, and it's definitely something you should be doing consistently with Echo, because you also are pretty hard to hit when you activate this at the first time. So the second thing I want to mention is the sort of 600 HP damage burst combo. So this is a really good way to burn down tanks if you catch like a Winston without his jump or a Hog without his heal ability. And all you need to do is left click for your primary fire. And then as soon as you left click, you can then use your sticky bombs. You can like animation cancel it. And then as soon as the bombs are finished, you press E, and then it will do the focusing beam thing. And it will just burn down targets. Like, look, watch this. This does use all of your cooldowns apart from your fly, but if you want to do this and be harder to hit, you'll also be using your fly. So this is a very sort of resource intensive combo. But if you pull it off, you can literally burst down a Winston that jumps into your team, or a Hog if he's got no cooldowns. So the third thing I want to mention is that if you've noticed when you use your ult, you actually keep your position in the sky while you're transforming into the other character. So you can actually use this to your advantage. So characters that work well with this is McCree and Bastion and maybe Widow, because they operate really well with the element of surprise. And so using the fact that you are hovering in the air for a while when you transform into another character can actually really help secure kills and be a lot more sneaky with how you go about picking up kills. And in this Bastion example, if you become Bastion, you're in the air, and then while you're stuck in the air, you can actually transform and you can land already in turret form and just pump out damage. And then before you know it, obviously with the 650% ult generation, you've already got Bastion's tank form, and you can just, take it from there.
Adaptive circuits engaged. McCree.
Just to go over some general stats so you've got a good understanding of Echo. She's a damage character with 200 HP, and I'll just sort of go through some of her abilities here. So her glide ability is very similar to Mercy's, but it actually has it has a faster horizontal speed buff of 50% compared to Mercy's 30, I believe. Primary fire shoots 3 bullets of 17 damage each. That's a total of 51, and if that's in the head, that's 102. So you can two-shot 200 HP heroes if you land those shots correctly. It's a 15 ammo size. The reload time is 1.5 seconds. And if you are running out of ammo, you can listen to the audio cue and it'll let you know when to reload. The sticky bombs are a pretty cool ability. They travel in a straight line. There's no drop off, so you can place them quite accurately. They move relatively fast at 50 meters per second specifically. And they do 5 damage when they impact on you, 25 when they explode. And they do damage to yourself at 12.5 damage per bomb. They have a 2-meter explosion radius, so it's pretty small, but the casting time is also 1 second, and you can animation cancel the ability of sticky bombs with your primary fire if you use it right after you shoot. Now the shift ability, which is the flight ability, gives you a sudden boost of speed in the direction that you're facing, similar to Tracer's blink. As I mentioned before, really good for disengaging out of a fight. The cooldown is 6 seconds. It does give you an increased movement speed as well to 8 meters per second, and the duration of the ability is 3 seconds. And then you've got the focusing beam, which does 50 damage per second when the target is over half HP. When the target is under half HP, so for Hog 300 HP or less, it will do 200 DPS, which is insane. And of course, the ultimate duplicate lets you turn into whichever character on the other team, and you can actually activate this from 40 meters away, which is a really long distance. It takes 0.3 seconds to turn into the character that you're becoming, and that character that you turn into for 15 seconds, and you have a 650% ult charge generation on the character that you become. Just another thing to note, these are all stats currently. She's still on the PTR, but she'll be going live soon. And another thing to note is that recently she's just been nerfed, where her ultimate cost is increased by 16%, and her ability to use her ult through shields, so through a Reinhardt or through a Winston bubble, has been removed, so you can't do that anymore. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like, and subscribe if you want some more cool Overwatch videos. And I will actually also be trying out Valorant, hopefully if I can get into the beta tomorrow. And I will also be streaming a lot more Valorant again if I can get in, or when the game comes out later this year. So you can catch me live at twitch.tv/I'mLunar. I'm live every day of the week apart from Monday and Wednesday, and there'll be a new video on this channel every Monday. So thank you all guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.